Okay guys, everything you need to know about footwear. This has been a requested video by many guys out there. I didn't think people were that interested, but then again, it does make sense. So first of all, let me tell you guys about my regular everyday trainer, if you want to call it that. Yeah, it's trainer. So these are like your running shoes. Now my shoes are battered. I know there's literally a woods at the back of my house, so I get pretty muddy all the time. So these are my, like, if I'm going anywhere which requires me to walk a long distance outdoors on concrete, then these have been my go-to style, which is your Nike runners. These are Infinity Flyknit, breathable, so they're very, meshy over here. A lot of air circulating through here. I never wear my trainers barefoot. There's plenty of cushion over here. Now these aren't great to wear all the time whilst you're training as well, and I'll explain why in just a moment. But if you want to put some miles on the road, on your feet, walking, not running, because I don't really do any running, but if you really want to put some miles on, then these, just to give you an example, I've had these trainers like 3 years. These have been all over. They've been to Pakistan, they've been to Thailand multiple times. And when I'm in Thailand, these are the trainers that I'm literally walking around with everywhere. Like I live in these pretty much when I'm abroad. So great trainers, your everyday wearers. Now, do not wear these to the gym. Here are the trainers that you should wear to the gym. Okay, first of all, let me get this out of the way. Let me get this one out of the way. This is called, in my eyes, a slider, a flip-flop, whatever. Do not ever wear something like this to the gym. Those people that wear these to the gyms, oh, what can I call you guys? Sheep. The word sheep comes to mind because you're just following everybody else. Do not wear these crappy, you know why, the only reason I wear these, I don't even wear these in the house actually, because my house isn't that big for me to walk around in slippers. I don't even wear slippers. I never ever wear slippers in the house, nothing. The only thing that I do indoors, second I get in, take my shoes and socks off, and I walk around my house naked. I was gonna say bare naked, but I meant to say barefoot naked. So I walk around barefoot, not naked, yeah. That didn't make really much sense there. Okay, so I walk around the house barefoot. Again, when I'm in hotel rooms, barefoot. When I'm abroad in apartments, anywhere I am, I take my shoes off at the door and I walk around barefoot. I don't walk around in these. Why do I have these? If I'm out in the garden somewhere, if I'm doing something, or if I'm walking from the house to the gym, I will wear these, and that is it. Then if you guys watch my videos, in the gym videos, then you'll see that I have my shoe rack right by the door, and this is what I wear in the gym. Now, if you are on a budget, let me talk about budget first. If you're on a budget, then I suggest you buy some of these. These are, I'm assuming, skateboard or BMX kind of trainers, shoes, whatever you want to call it. These are Vans. Classic Vans, like they've been around for, God knows, maybe 100 years, I don't know, maybe 50 years. So your Converse or your Vans or any flat sole trainers like your Adidas, which ones are they? Samba or Gazelles, something like that. I can't remember the Adidas branded names, but flat sole. So these have been my go-to for a long time. I don't get much wear out of these in the sense where these aren't my every regular, I'm not walking around, I'm not going to Tesco in these trainers. These are literally just for, or back in the days they were for, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to be training anything, whatever I'm training. If I'm doing deadlifting, they're great for deadlifting. If I'm squatting, they're great for squatting. If I'm benching, they're great for benching. If I'm doing dumbbell curls, they're great for dumbbell curls. Side laterals, great for side laterals. Why you should wear these is because they're flat soled. Flat-ish anyway, they're about that high. That's how much the sole is. Reason why you shouldn't wear these if you're doing like side laterals or barbell curls or something like this, the second the weight gets a little bit heavy, these have that cushion and they will literally offset your balance a little bit. Now, I know the younger guys will think, who gives a shit? But here's the thing, as you get a little bit older, all those little tiny movements in your lower back, your spine, later on in life, you will feel it. So always try, if you want a budget shoe, this is the one size fits all for every single training thing out there. The only thing I would suggest you shouldn't do in this is run. Everything else, I'll give you another example. Farmer's walk. If you're doing farmer's walk, you do not want to wear these for farmer's walk. They're going to go all over the place. These are the best things. So if I was to only have one pair of trainers that I would to wear to the gym for everything and never ever take them off, this would be it. Vans or Converse. I flip-flop between the two, but I've had these for many years now. Okay, now moving on. In recent years, these things have come out. So these things are Vivo Barefoot, and I've only just recently trialed these in the past 6 months. Great trainers. I don't see them lasting very long if I was out and about walking, or if I was running outdoors or doing some, putting some real miles on these. I don't think they would last very much. I wear these in the gym for deadlift only. I only wear these for deadlift and just general training. So if I'm benching, if I'm doing barbell curls, if I'm doing side laterals, shrugs, whatever, something that's just going to keep me as close to the ground as possible. Now, the distance between the floor and your sole is literally like a couple of millimeters, whereas these ones, the Vans, you've got, I don't know, maybe 10 mil there, and on this, if I was to guess, I would say maybe 3 to 4 mil. I don't think there's anything more than that. So you are these are as close as being barefoot as possible, hence the name Vivo Barefoot. So these are a bit on the pricey side. I think I paid like £130 for these, 140. I can't remember the price. For example, in comparison to something like Vans, if you get these in sale, they're like 30, 40 quid. I think I bought these in sale because they've got all flowers on it. So anything that's like discontinued stuff, I'll just purchase as and when I needed to buy this kind of stuff. This is what I would buy. Obviously, these are a little bit on the pricey side because you're really putting some miles in these. These, I think, were like 160 or something like that from Nike. So those are the trainers that you'd wear pretty much all the time in the gym. So these, again, if you can afford them and you think that they're not going to last very long, I know that for a fact, interchangeable. This or this, I would wear. I prefer the look on this because this can kind of go with anything. These, you have to specifically wear them for the gym only, but these are great shoes for pretty much everything inside the gym. Now, as we get into more specific lifting stuff, for squats, and squats only. Maybe if I'm doing lunges, I like a raised heel. Now, I used to wear the AdiPower 2s. I think they were called AdiPower Perfect, something like that back in the days. I didn't like them because the heel wasn't as raised. So these were great. I actually bought these from the US. They weren't available in the UK at the time. So these are strictly for squats only. I am a narrow stance high bar squatter. For those people who know what that is, you'll know what I mean. If you were a wide stance, low bar squatter, then these will be your preferred choice. So these are my preferred choice for this. These are your Olympic lifting trainers, Olympic lifting shoes. These are the Romoleo 2s. I've had these for many years. Literally, these only come out for squats. That is it. I don't wear these for any other reason. I'm trying to think. Maybe lunges. If I'm doing lunges, I'll wear them. They're very, very wide base, so my feet are quite wide. Great trainer. Another thing, I've just actually trained as well. So this is the other one. So these are your CrossFit style Nikes. What do they call these? I don't even know what they call these actually. If anyone knows. Oh, Metcon, that's it. So these are called Metcons. I'm assuming this bit over here is for ropes. I don't do any rope, I don't do any roping or whatever you call it, climbing the rope. These are the Hyperlift. These are like a hybrid, so you can run in these. I don't feel they're comfortable to run in. I like these for everything other than squats. So when I'm doing squats, when I have a specific day where I do like really high bar, really narrow stance, and I raise my heel higher than these. I'll actually stand on a plate, a 2-inch plate. Then I will wear these again, wide base at the front over here, very, very wide base. So great for that. General lifting in the general lifts in the gym. This would be great for. So you can do your barbell curls and these, your side laterals, your farmer's walk, anything heavy carries and stuff like that. I've seen actually, I'll tell you why I did buy these. I was watching World's Strongest Man at one point, and I believe, who's the guy? I'm going to butcher his name now. The guy who won it 1 year. Is it Koklayev? I don't know why I've just butchered that name. It's probably nothing like that. But one of the Ukrainian guys, I forgot his name. I know it sounds so stupid, but I've actually forgot his name. He had these on, and I thought, those are interesting. Let me try these trainers. So I tried them. They're okay, not the best. I do wear them for hip thrust. If I'm doing hip thrust, great sole on these for a bit of hip thrust. I don't like these for hip thrust. They just make my knees feel a little bit awkward. But for lunges, for hip thrust, and anything leg related, I'll wear these. If I am doing deadlifts, I don't like these. I feel there's a little bit of a raised heel in this, which kind of puts me off doing deadlifts in this, so I don't wear these for deadlifts. So hopefully, guys, that pretty much covers your footwear as an additional, because I live at the back of the woods, like I just explained a bit ago. It gets really muddy out there. So if I'm gonna go for a walk in the mud, or I'm gonna go for like a little light jog, which I don't do very often, but if I do, or I live very close to the peaks, like literally the peaks, the Peak District is 5 minutes drive from my house. It can get very windy, it can get very muddy, it's a rocky terrain. I'm not gonna wear my everyday walkers in them, so I have these, which are your Nike, what do they call these now? The Nike Trial? Something like that. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what they're called. These are called your Nike Trial Wild Horse. So yeah, that was the name, Wild Horse. They're just a little bit more grippy than your standard running trainers, but these are actually designed for running, I believe. Again, I've had these for many years, so you get a lot of wear and tear out of these Nike kind of trainers. So it's not just about the brand. For me, it's all about comfortability. And as you can see, these are very, yeah, you can see it. They're very wide-toed at the front. So if you've got wide feet like me, these are great. And that is pretty much it, guys. They are the best trainers, shoes, whatever you want to call it, flip-flops to wear whilst doing everything inside the gym. What you don't want to ever do whilst you're lifting weights, my opinion, unless it's your own gym like me, I can go barefoot in here. Don't go barefoot in other people's gyms, guys. Have a little bit of respect. And the other thing that I will say, when I'm doing like body weighted exercises in the morning, when I'm doing my kind of like, I don't want to say calisthenics or, you know, kettlebell workouts and medicine ball workouts, I'm barefoot. So when I do my cardio in the morning and I come out to do those kind of workouts, I'm barefoot for that. But when I'm actually lifting weights, I like to be in trainers. So these are the trainers that you guys should be able to purchase from pretty much anywhere. Again, Nike.com, Vivos are from their own website, and the Vans are from obviously their own website. And that is it, guys. So hopefully this gave you some value. Comment down below what kind of trainers you wear to the gym, like, and please subscribe.